Good evening, friends. You are most welcome to Civil Affairs. Today we are going to discuss Uttar Pradesh Special UPPSC ARO Prelims 2024. This booklet is written by PWOnlyIas. Let us begin the topic. Our topic is Archaeology of Uttar Pradesh. The responsibility for conserving and protecting the archaeological heritage rests primarily with the Archaeological Survey of India ASI and the State Directorate of Archaeology. Archaeology of Ahichhatra Bareilly. Ahichhatra was the ancient capital of North Panchal, which finds mention in Mahabharata. The remains of the city have been found in Ramnagar, a village in the Amla Tehsil of Bareilly. Excavations have brought to life a brick fortification and continuity of occupation from 600 BC to 1100 CE. Cunningham, that is Alexander Cunningham, first excavated this site and then by K.N. Dikshit, assisted by A. Ghosh and others in 1940 to 1944. They identified 9 periods of occupation called strata or strata from pre-Mauryan period pre 300 BC up to 1100 AD. Excavations, among other things, have also unearthed several coins, which include the earliest cast coins, followed by Panchal coins, 1st century BC, Kushan coins, etc. Aichhatra was excavated again by N.R. Banerjee of the ASI in 1963-64 and 1964-65, bringing to light four cultural periods designated as period 1 to 4, starting with the ochre colored ware OCP. Painted grey ware (PGW) was followed by northern black polished ware (NBPW) till the Kushan-Gupta period. The presence of the painted grey pots, and NBPW northern black polished ware in the core of the rampart indicates that it was made during period 4. Archaeology of Hastinapur Meerut, situated on the right bank of an old bed of the Ganges, famous in literature and tradition as the capital of the Kauravas of Mahabharat fame. Three Jain Tirthankar, Salit, Salatinath, Kunthunath, and Aranath, are believed to be associated with Hastinapur. Bibilal excavated at Hastinapur in 1950 to 1952 on behalf of the ASI Archaeological Survey of India. The people were in an agrarian cum pastoral phase of the economy. Among the cereals they produce, a special mention may be made of rice. Domesticated animals include cattle, sheep, buffalo, pigs, and horses. Archaeology of Kannauj, Farrukhabad. The ancient city, variously known as Karnikubj, Mahodaya, Gadhirura, Gadhinagara, Kushasthala, Kausha, Kaushika, and Kusumapura, the last according to Huensang, situated on the bank of the river Bhagirathi near the confluence of the Ganga and Kali. The ASI conducted a small scale excavation at the mount known as Killa in 1955. Before that, a few stone sculptures, Chaturmukha Lingas, Varaha retrieving the earth, Kalyan Sundara Murti, standing Surya and Vishwarupa, standing with Asan Devi and Bhudevi, Sna Devi and Devi or Bhudevi, all belonging to the 7th to 8th century, and a later dancing Ganesha had been recovered from the neighboring regions. The place has yielded a variety of terracotta figurines and plaques. Both human and animals are doubled. Both humans and animals are datable from the 3rd century BC to the 12th century AD. Notable among them are the handmade torso of the mother goddess Gaj Lakshmi plaque in the typical Sujiga style, standing Mithuna Nagamsha, Mithuna, Naigamesha figures, both male and female. Mother and child, Ankadhatri figurines, Dampati figurines are also made from a shallow mold, etc. Notable among them are handmade torso of the mother goddess Gajalakshmi plaque in the typical Sujiga style standing Mithuna Nagamesha figurines or figures, both male and female, mother and child, Ankadhatri figurines, Dampati figurines are also made from a shallow mold, etc. Archaeology of Mathura, situated on the river Yamuna, this city has a long history as a political center from the earliest to the early centuries of the Christian era. The rich antiquarian remains of Mathura attracted art collectors and archaeologists with the discovery of the statue named Silanus in 1836. M.C. Joshi conducted excavation on behalf of ASI at about 14 sites from 1973 to 1974 to 1976, 7 with the principal objective of examining historical Mathura's antiquity, growth and character. Archaeology of Sarnath, Varanasi. It is here that Buddha gave his first sermon. This center is the richest in Buddhist antiquities dating from the time of Ashoka to the 12th century. Ashoka built one of his Dharmarajika stupas here, erected a pillar near it with a magnificent capital of 4 lions and inscribed an inscription threatening dissident monks and nuns with excommunication. A notable structure at Sarnath is the Dhamik Stup, possibly of Gupta origin. Archaeology of Shravasti, Gonda Bahraich, the capital of ancient Koshal and closely associated with the lives of the Buddha and Mahavir. When Prasenjit was the ruler, the ruins consist of two distinct units, Sahed, the Buddhist establishment, and Mahed, the fortified town northeast of Sahed. During the Buddha's lifetime, his disciple Sudatta built a monastery, the Jetavana Vihara, for the Buddha's residence, which became the center of the Buddhist establishment in that place. Ashok is said to have installed two top pillars near the gate of the Jetavan Vihar. As a result of excavations conducted here by J.P.H. Vogel, John Marshall, and Dayaram Sahani between 1907-1908 and 1910-11, numerous stupas, monasteries, and temples corresponding to its sacredness to Buddhists have been exposed at Sahih within an irregular compound wall. In 1959, resumed excavations at Mahid by the ASI under K.K. Sinha yielded significant evidence of the city's antiquity. Protected monuments in Uttar Pradesh, name and district. First is Bateshwar Nath Temple, Agra, Mohari Ancient Tomb, Agra, Tila Jaigara, Tila Jaigar, Agra, Tehsil Bhavan, Kirawali, also known as Akbar's hunting outpost, Agra, Fort of Aligarh, Aligarh Killa, Aligarh, ancient mound at Kuldhihwa, Prayagraj, ancient mound at Mahagara, Prayagraj, ancient mound at Chaupani Mando, Prayagraj, Guradham Mandir, वाराणसी। पुराना मंदिर चंदौली। हवेली अवध अयोध्या। गुप्तार घाट टेम्पल अयोध्या। कर्दमेश्वर महादेव मंदिर, कर्दमेश्वर महादेव मंदिर वाराणसी। रुप रुपईदिया गोंडा, रुपईदिहा गोंडा। बारादेवी वजीरगंज गोंडा, बारादारी वजीरगंज गोंडा। विष्णु इमेज गोरखपुर। छठियार गोरखपुर, चढ़ियार गोरखपुर। नरहार गोरखपुर, नरहान गोरखपुर। विष्णु इमेज गोरखपुर, चढ़ियार गोरखपुर, नरहान गोरखपुर। माउंड एट शाहाबाद हरदोई। एंशियंट माउंड एट गेगालापुर हरदोई, गेगालापुर माउंट हरदोई। नरपत सिंह की गढ़ी हरदोई। म्यूजियम ऑफ शेर जमान खान जौनपुर। पत्थर का शेर जौनपुर। ब्रिज एट रिवर साई जौनपुर। शाही पुल जौनपुर। रानी लक्ष्मीबाई टेम्पल झांसी। बरुआ सागर फोर्ट झांसी। ग्राउंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ फूटा दरवाजा झांसी। ग्राउंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ रानी महल झांसी। हाथी खाना एंड रघुनाथ राव महल झांसी। एंशियंट माउंड एट जाजमऊ कानपुर। शिवा टेम्पल एट तिकाईतराई कानपुर। बारादारी बिल्ड बाय राजा तिकाईतराई कानपुर। वाल्मीकि आश्रम कानपुर। मठ ऑफ पिसनारिन कानपुर देहात। एंशियंट माउंड एट मुसानगर ऑन द रिवर बैंक ऑफ यमुना कानपुर देहात। एंशियंट माउंड एट मूसानगर ऑन द बैंक ऑफ रिवर यमुना कानपुर देहात। जहांगीराबाद टीला कानपुर देहात, जहांगीराबाद टीला कानपुर देहात। शुक्ला तालाब कानपुर देहात। एंशियंट माउंट कनेक्टेड विद नाना फड़नवीस कानपुर। मेढक शिवा टेम्पल लखीमपुर। नवगढ़ टेम्पल ललितपुर। दिगंबर जैन टेम्पल ललितपुर। शिवा टेम्पल ललितपुर। राम जानकी टेम्पल ललितपुर। जैन टेम्पल ललितपुर। रिमेन्स ऑफ टेम्पल ललितपुर। लक्ष्मणगढ़ टेम्पल ललितपुर। एंशियंट टेम्पल एट सुमेरगढ़ ललितपुर। एंशियंट टेम्पल ललितपुर। रणछोड़ टेम्पल ललितपुर। बालाबिहाट फोर्ट ललितपुर। हथवारा टेम्पल ललितपुर। टेम्पल एंड टैंक ललितपुर, टेम्पल एंड टैंक ललितपुर। बावली ललितपुर। राम टेम्पल ललितपुर। एंशियंट टेम्पल मड टेम्पल ललितपुर। सोराई फोर्ट ललितपुर। टू गॉन्ड टेम्पल्स ललितपुर। शिवा टेम्पल ललितपुर। एंशियंट टॉम ललितपुर। टू गॉन्ड टेम्पल्स ललितपुर। एंशियंट बैतक ललितपुर। एंशियंट दुर्गा टेम्पल ललितपुर। रघुवेंद्र सरकार टेम्पल। एंशियंट शिवा टेम्पल ललितपुर। आलमबाग भवन एंड गेट लखनऊ। लाल बारादारी लखनऊ। बड़ी छतरी मंजिल लखनऊ। फरहाद बख्श कोठी लखनऊ। रोशन उद्दौला कोठी लखनऊ। हुलास खेरा फोर्ट लखनऊ। दाहियार का टीला लखनऊ। दादूपुर का टीला लखनऊ। नटवादिह लखनऊ। चतुर्भुज बाबा देव स्थान लखनऊ। मंडक महारानी देवस्थान लखनऊ। देवरा ठाकुर देवस्थान लखनऊ। जानकी चरण बाबा, धूपी महारानी देवस्थान लखनऊ, ruins of कचेरी of राजा उदय सिंह, महामाया नगर, ruins of कचेरी of राजा उदय सिंह, महामाया नगर, फोर्ट ऑफ सासनी, महामाया नगर, बनारसिया फोर्ट एंड खुर्द, महाराजगंज, शांतिनाथ टेम्पल महोबा, योगिनी माता टेम्पल महोबा, स्तूप गढ़ी महोबा, द्युदी दरवाजा महोबा, एंशियंट टेम्पल मठ मठ और मढ़ महोबा, गोपीनाथ टेम्पल मथुरा, एंशियंट माउंट ऑफ सोंख मथुरा, माउंट एट गोविंद नगर मथुरा, कास फोर्ट मथुरा, पोत्रा कुंड मथुरा, कुसुम वन सरोवर एंड छत्रीस मथुरा, छत्रीस ऑफ बरसाना मथुरा, छत्रीस ऑफ गोवर्धन मथुरा, समाधि ऑफ रास खान मथुरा, भरादीह भरादीह मऊ, बलेश्वर नाथ टेम्पल मेरठ, बेगम सामरू महल मेरठ, चुनार फोर्ट मिर्ज़ापुर, एंशियंट साइट ऑफ भूली भुईली, एंशियंट साइट ऑफ भुईली, मिर्ज़ापुर, सारनाथ टेम्पल मिर्ज़ापुर, वाराणसी सारनाथ टेम्पल मिर्ज़ापुर, सिद्ध सिद्धानाथ की दरी मिर्ज़ापुर, लेखनिया पहाड़ मिर्ज़ापुर, पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर मिर्ज़ापुर, मेगालिथिक रिमेन्स मिर्ज़ापुर, पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर एट लखनिया पहाड़ मिर्ज़ापुर, मेगालिथिक रिमेन्स ऑफ कोटवार पहाड़ मिर्ज़ापुर, भलद्रिया पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर मिर्ज़ापुर, लखनिया पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर मिर्ज़ापुर, म्यूजियम ऑफ बाबा गरीबनाथ मुजफ्फरनगर, पुराना मकबरा बंटी खेड़ा मुजफ्फरनगर, गौरी शंकर टेम्पल मेमोरियल पीलीभीत, सराय नाहर राय एंशियंट साइट प्रतापगढ़, महदहा एंशियंट साइट प्रतापगढ़, ओएदीह माउंट ऑफ ओए रायबरेली, माउंट एंड साहसपाल का किला सहारनपुर, समाधि एंड म्यूजियम ऑफ संत कबीर नगर, एंशियंट ऑफ कोपिया और अनूपिया संत कबीर नगर, मनवादिह माउंट सीतापुर, हुसैनियादिह सीतापुर, कोट टीला सीतापुर, मसान देवी टेम्पल एंड माउंट सीतापुर, गढ़ी सीतापुर, कल्पा देवी एंड आस्तिक बाबा टेम्पल एंड माउंट सीतापुर, रॉक शेल्टर सोनभद्र, पंचमुखी एंड पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर सोनभद्र, मुखाद्री एंड पेंटेड रॉक शेल्टर सोनभद्र, शिव टेम्पल सोनभद्र, इति हवा सुल्तानपुर, ठाकुर बाबा टेम्पल सुल्तानपुर, महाबिरन सुल्तानपुर, माउंटेन टेम्पल सुल्तानपुर, हसन पीर टीला हनुमानगढ़ी उन्नाव, सचान कोट का टीला उन्नाव, एंशियंट माउंट ऑफ उगू, एंशियंट माउंट एट उगू उन्नाव, बत्तीस खंबा वाराणसी, लहार तारा तालाब वाराणसी, कर्दमेश्वर महादेव मंदिर वाराणसी, कुंभ एंड अर्ध कुंभ is held in Prayagraj at the confluence of three rivers, namely Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Ardha Kumbh is also held in the 6th year between Mahakumbh fair at the confluence of three mentioned rivers. In 2017, UNESCO has inscribed Kumbh Fair on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Fairs and festivals of UP. First topic is Kumbh and Ardha Kumbh. Second is Kampil Fair Kampil. This is a Jain fair. It is originated in Kampil village of Kasganj Tehsil of Eta district of Uttar Pradesh. This city is known as the birthplace of the 13th Tirthankar Brahmin Vimalnath. It is a 5 day fair held in March on the banks of river Ganga. Ramlila is famous for the story of Lord Ram based on the holy epic of the great saint Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas. Janmashtami fair Mathura. Krishna Janmashtami, also known simply as Janmashtami or Gokulashtami, is an annual Hindu fair that celebrates the birth of Krishna, the eighth avatar of Vishnu. Other important fairs of Uttar Pradesh: Bateshwar Fair, Agra; Kailash Fair, Agra; Ram Bharat, Agra; Deva Mela, Barabanki; Ganga Mahotsav, Varanasi; Barsana Holi, Mathura. Music in Uttar Pradesh. Quarterly music found patronage in courts like Agra, Fatehpur Sikri, Lucknow, Jaunpur, Varanasi, Ayodhya, Banda, and Datia. The second was the religious tradition emerging from the Bhakti cult that flourished in centers such as Mathura, Vrindavan, and Ayodhya. The rulers and musicians of Uttar Pradesh contributed to the prosperity of Hindustani music. Hindustani classical music. Hindustani classical music is the classical music of northern regions of the Indian subcontinent. It is played on instruments like veena, sitar, and sarod. Hindustani classical music originated in 12th century BC in the Ganga Yamuna Tehzeeb or Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, a period of the great influence of Perso Arabic arts in the subcontinent. Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb. Perso Arabic arts in the subcontinent. The music combines the Indian classical music tradition with Perso Arabic musical knowledge, resulting in a unique tradition of the Gharana music education system. Exponents of Hindustani classical music such as Ustad Bismillah Khan, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, and Ravi Shankar have been awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, for their contribution to the arts. In the 20th century, smaller princely sites or cities such as Jaunpur, sorry, such as Jaipur, Agra, and Gwalior played an important role in developing Hindustani music. In the 20th century, smaller princely cities like Jaipur, Agra, and Gwalior played an important role in developing Hindustani music. Some of the most famous maestros of Hindustani music outside the subcontinent, including Ravi Shankar, Ali Akbar Khan, and Bismillah Khan, in the early 21st century. Major styles of Hindustani classical music. The major vocal forms or styles associated with Hindustani classical music are Dhrupad, Khayal, and Tarana. Lighter classical forms include Dhamar, Trivat, Chaiti, Kajri, Tappa, Thumri, Dadra, Ghazal, and Bhajan. These do not follow the rigid rules of classical music. Dhrupad. Dhrupad is an older style of singing traditionally performed by male singers. It is performed with tambura and pakhwas instruments. Tansen, a great Indian musician, sang in the Dhrupad style. Dhamar, a lighter form of Dhrupad, mainly sung during the spring festival of Holi. Major gharanas in Dhrupad: Dagari, Darbhanga, Betiha, or Betih and Talwandi Gharanas. Dagari, Darbhanga, Betiyah and Talwandi Gharanas. Khayal. Khayal is a modern Indian form of vocal music. Khayal, literally meaning thought and imagination, is derived from a Persian Arabic word. The variety of ornamentation of Khayal is more as compared to Drupad. The origin of this style is attributed to Amir Khusro in the late 14th century. The Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah popularized this form through his court musician Sadarang, Adarang, and Manarang. Major gharanas in Khayal, Gwalior, Kairana, Patiala, and Agra Gharana. Thumri. Thumri is the semi-classical vocal that originated in the court of Nawab Wazid Ali Shah in the Uttar Pradesh. The lyrics are mainly in older, more rural Hindi dialects such as Braj Bhasha, Awadhi, and Bhojpuri. The topics covered are usually romantic, giving more importance to the lyrics rather than the melody or rag, and bringing the storytelling qualities of the music. Main gharanas of the Thumri, Banaras, Lucknow, Patiala. Ghazal. During the Mughal rule, the Persian ghazal became the most common poetic form in the Urdu language and was popularized by classical poets such as Mir Taki Mir, Ghalib, Dag, Joak, Jaok, and Sauda. Mir Taki Mir, Ghalib, Dag, Jaok, and Sauda. Amir Khusro was one of the first exponents of the art of making ghazals. Some famous persons associated with ghazals are Muhammad Iqbal, Mirza Ghalib, Rumi 13th century, Hafiz 14th century, etc. Gharanas associated with Hindustani music. Agra Gharana. Agra was an important part of Braj Bhumi, the land of devotion to Sri Krishna, and Sufi saints like Surdas, Ras Khan, and others. Sujan Singh became the founder of the Agra Gharana of music. Sujan Singh became the founder of the Agra Gharana of music. He composed 700 Dhrupad songs from his rag. Banaras Gharana, the Banaras Thumri, is generally considered the equivalent of the Bol Banwa Thumri. In this type of Thumri, the words of the text are decorated with musical ornaments so that the meaning of the text can be revealed. Lucknow Gharana, the Gharana presents Thumris full of delicacy and intricate embellishments. Compared to the Banaras Thumri, the Lucknow version of or interpretation is more explicit in its sensuality. Dances in Uttar Pradesh. Kathak is the classical dance of Uttar Pradesh. It is originated in northern India during 7th century AD. Kathak has complex and in intricate movements of hand and feet and facial expression. Kathak originated in Hindu temples as a storytelling device to depict epic stories from the Hindu scriptures. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Poetry was combined with a rhythmic motion to aid in worship storytelling. Kathak has complex and intricate movements of hands and feet in facial expression. Kathak originated in Hindu temples as a storytelling device to depict epic stories from the Hindu scriptures. The Mahabharata and Ramayana. Poetry was combined with rhythmic motion to aid in worshipful storytelling. Kathak is found in three distinct forms called gharanas, named after the cities where the Kathak dance tradition developed: Jaipur, Banaras, and Lucknow. Banaras Gharana. The Banaras Gharana is traditionally considered to be the oldest. Janki Prasad developed the Banaras Gharana. Sitara Devi is the most famous exponent of this gharana. Today it is headed by his daughter Jayanti Mala and Gopi Krishna. Lucknow Gharana was Ali Shah of Lucknow, a medieval ruler, invested greatly in Kathak's development. From his court emerged a style of Kathak known today as the Lucknow Gharana. The credit for creating the real identity of this Gharana is given to Padma Vibhushan Pandit Birju Maharaj 1938 to 2002. 2022. 1938 to 2022. He has made the traditional form of Kathak meaningful by showcasing his talent at the international level many times. Other exponents are Shambhu Maharaj, Lachu Maharaj, and Shovna Narayan. Other dance forms in Uttar Pradesh, Nautanki, is considered to be the most popular dance form of Uttar Pradesh. In this dance, the story is narrated in lyrical form by actors on the stage who also dance along. Ramlila is an art form that deals with the life of Lord Ram and involves dance and theatre performances. Raslila, Braj Raslila is associated with the life of the lover god Lord Krishna. Charkula is another folk dance of the state, a female dancer balancing a pillar of lit lamps on her head while performing the Charkula dance. Charkula and Rasia are the native arts of the Braj region of the state. Rasia depicts the love of Radha and Sri Krishna. Kajri dance is also very popular in Uttar Pradesh. The Kajri dance arrives on the scene with the onset of the rainy season. Married daughters return to their parents from the house of in laws to play on the swings. In Chapeli dance, the dancers describe the happy memories of unity, Milan, and poignant moments of separation. There is no limit to the number of dancers. The songs are usually love songs. Languages of Uttar Pradesh, languages and literature in UP.